Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Principal Mike Ruick and Assistant Principal and Athletic Director Jeff DeLallo welcome you to Patriot Stadium here at Wayne Hills High School for tonight's North Jersey Super Football Conference game between the visiting Knights of John F. Kennedy High School and the home team Patriots of Wayne Hills. This game is being conducted under the rules of the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Accordingly, any negative comments, written or verbal, of any unbecoming conduct with regard to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated and will be cause for immediate ejection from the stadium. Additionally, penalties may be assessed against the offending individual's team. It is requested that we take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship, avoiding any action that would jeopardize the safety of players, coaches, officials, or other spectators. We are reminded that our student athletes are deserving of respect by all those in attendance. Let us all comply with these simple requests. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the game. The officials in tonight's game: the referee Steve Peloso, the umpire Pat McGovern, the linesman Joe Consiglio, the line judge Nick Peloso, the side judge Ron Lupertazzo, the field judge Joe Bloner, and the clock operator Joe Paterson.
said do it now.
Ladies and gentlemen, prior to introducing the Wayne Hills starting lineup, Wayne Hills High School is establishing a new program to be known as the Wayne Hills Football Staff Recognition Award. Voted on solely by the players on the football team, we recognize staff members that have supported our athletes and our program. Tonight we honor Mr. Bruce Keogh, retired guidance counselor, Mr. Jim Hoopstraight, TV production teacher, and Mr. Matt Paterno, the Patriot Band Director. Through your dedication, efforts, and support, we want to take the time to acknowledge you and say thank you for your support. Mr. Keogh, Mr. Hoopstraight, and Mr. Paterno will also be our honorary cannoneers or cannon masters as the Patriot Cannon inspired after our starting lineup introductions.
Ready, Ernie?
And now for the starting offensive lineup of Wayne Hills. At wide receiver, number 7, Matt Garrity, number 7. Wide receiver, number 6, Mackay Gray, number 6. At tackle, number 50, Anthony Sabariano, number 50. At guard, number 53, Angel Roman, number 53. At center, number 7, Matt Lehman, number 7. At guard, number 56, Adis Kalu, number 56. At tackle, number 58, Mike Bernicola, number 58. At fullback, number 3, Nick Hogan, number 3. At running back, number 21, Ben Cantella, number 21. And at quarterback, number 17, Joe Rena, number 17. And let's welcome the rest of the Patriot squad. That you now please rise. Tomorrow, Saturday, September the 11th, commemorates the passage of 20 years since that tragic and infamous date in September of 2001, when our nation came under terrorist attack. The enormity of that tragedy on that date takes on significant meaning when we reflect on the number of lives lost encompassing the township of Wayne as well as neighboring communities. Let us take a few moments to reflect on the events of that day and to honor the memory of all those lives that were lost at the World Trade Center, Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and the Pentagon. We honor the memory of Wayne residents Gene De Palma, Barry Glick, and Leo Roberts, Wayne Valley graduates Paul Aquaviva and Greg Froner, and our own Wayne Hills alumni, Danny Afflito and Robert Duraney. We also remember from Paterson, Kenneth P. Lira and John E. Balaga. And lastly, let us remember the 13 U.S. servicemen lost a few short weeks ago in Afghanistan. Let us now observe 11 seconds of silence as we remember. Respectful silence, please. Thank you. And now we honor America with the playing of our national anthem by the Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band under the direction of Matt Paterno.
Hello and welcome to Patriot Stadium for the home opener of Wayne Hills Patriots football that features the Knights of Paterson Kennedy High School and your Wayne Hills Patriots. Alongside Jason Hook and Jake Talerico, I am Noah Sandler as we bring you tonight's matchup. Wayne Hills started off their season 2 weeks ago with an out-of-state matchup in Harrisonville, Missouri, but unfortunately lost a close one, with the final score being 37-38. Here are some highlights from that game.
On August 27th, the Wayne Hills Patriots were in Harrisonville, Missouri for an out-of-state game. To start off their scoring, Khoi Gray returned a punt for 64 yards. The extra point on that one was good. Down 22-7, Rena completed a 17-yard pass to Khoi Gray to shorten the lead to 22-14, with the extra point being good on that one. To start off the third quarter, Rena completed a 15-yard pass to Jeremy Coburn to make the score 20-22. They then decided to go for two, and John C. successfully completed that attempt to tie up that game at 22. Hills was down 8 and was looking to tie the game up. Rena completed the pass to Hogan, so they were down 2. They then successfully got the 2-point conversion with the pass to Garahy to tie the game up at 30. With 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, Rena completed a 12-yard pass to Garahy for the touchdown, and with the extra point, they were up by 7. Looking to tie the game up on the next drive was Harrisonville when Jace Reynolds ran for 55 yards to get the game within 1. They successfully went for the win on a 2-point conversion, and Hills was not able to score on the last drive of the game, and the game ended with a final score of 37-38.
All right, as we get ready to start this game off tonight, let's hear some key players for tonight's game. Jason, who was your key player?
My key player for tonight's game is Matthew Garrity, who in his last game had 4 receptions for 73 yards and a touchdown. Amazing player to watch on the field, and I'm very excited to see him today. Now, Jake, who's your key player?
My key player for today's game is the senior Joey Rena, the starting quarterback for Wayne Hills. He had a great game last week, and he also plays safety for the team.
And now we're getting ready to kick off here at Wayne Hills High School. With the kicker being Jeremy Cobrin. And we're off, and tonight's game is underway. And that goes right into the end zone to start this game off.
In the end zone. It will be 1st and 10 Knights on their own 20.
Starting QB for Paterson Kennedy High School is Jaden Santisteban.
As the whistle blows to start this game, you're just looking to see the Patriots get off to a hot start on defense.
And that snap back. And that's ran for a loss of 2 yards to the 19-yard line.
That carry was by Anthony Thomas, usually a wide receiver for this Paterson Kennedy team, but he's starting today at running back, and unfortunately it's not looking so good for him so far, as that'll end in a loss of yards.
Yeah, the Patriots' defense is usually their weak point, but on the first play they suffered for the -2. But as long as they can hold them, their offense will definitely score points.
Tonight's game, we have a student section. It's blackout night here at Wayne Hills. It's called the 12th Patriot Student Section. It's getting bigger as the game is just getting started off here. And the flag is thrown.
Timeout Kennedy.
It was a timeout on Paterson Kennedy High School.
Very quick for JFK to call the timeout, as we're only 53 seconds into this game. Something that they're probably going to need after that loss of yards on the last play. Kind of talk it over there with their running back, see if they can get something going in the next play.
Yeah, I'm surprised they called the timeout so early. Used one, now there's only 2 left. 2nd down and 12. Excuse me, it's 2nd down and 10. Motioning back, and that's handed off to the running back for another loss of yards. It is now 3rd down.
Trying the end-around trick play did not fool anybody at all. They set the edge and they got right around and made the tackle. It's almost seeming too easy for the defensive line for the Patriots.
Yeah, there really is no fooling this Patriots defense. I mean, they came ready to play today. That's back-to-back losses of yards for Paterson Kennedy.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 14 here as they're trying to pick their play. Last week, Paterson Kennedy High School lost to Hackensack with a score of 34-8. And he's looking to pass, and he was sacked. by number 15, Emmanuel Danquah for the Patriots. He had a sack in the last game in Missouri and 9 total tackles, so he's really a great power for this defensive team.
Yeah, Emmanuel, really fast player. You can see it just got right around the tackle there and got an easy sack.
And now punting from their own end zone.
Return the punt for the Patriots.
And that is Mackay AC punting for them.
Mackay Gray back to return. He's a very speedy player, and this is going to set him up in great field position really early.
As you just saw in the highlights from the last game, Mackay Gray returned a punt for about 65 yards down the field in Missouri to start off the game early with a score of 7-0. But as you saw, they unfortunately did lose. They unfortunately did lose 37-38.
Mackay Gray, just a great all-around player. I mean, he's really done amazing things, as he had 2 touchdowns, as you said before the punt return, and he had a receiving touchdown, as he also had 4 receptions for 41 yards in their game.
Starting quarterback for the Patriots tonight is Joey Rena. And Rena gives it to Ben Cantella. And that goes for 3 yards as he is brought down by number 19 for Paterson.
Yeah, my key player, Joey Rena, so far on the season, he's only completed 12 passes, but for 163 yards and 4 touchdowns. Has only 1 interception, but he's just a great leader on the team, as you saw him starting out for safety. But let's just see if they can keep it going on offense, as they've been scoring a lot of points.
And that's pass to Garahy, who goes to the first down, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Patriots! Matt Garahy, who had a touchdown in the last game, 73 yards in the last game, goes for an early touchdown with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And that was just too easy for him. He saw that open lane on the left side, and he just took off. An easy touchdown for him. That'll be his 2nd on the season.
Actually, there was a flag on the field. It was holding against the Patriots, so that touchdown is no good.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. It was a great play. It was an RPO, threw it out, and it was they had a good block on the edge, and Matt Garrity is just too fast, ran it right up the sideline, but unfortunately does not count.
I did not see what happened there. Nothing really stood out to me in terms of a holding, but that would have been a really nice touchdown that unfortunately got called back. 2nd down and 2. Back to Rena. Passes it to Garahy again, looking for that same exact play, but unfortunately only goes for 3 yards instead of 30. Looked like that was the same design of a play. At work, got them the first down, but unfortunately didn't get the touchdown like it did before that flag.
And it's a first down, Patriots. The ball spotted on the 26.
Those last 2 plays from the Wayne Hills Patriots kind of were the exact opposite of the first 2 plays from Patterson Kennedy, as they lost 2 yards on their first 2, and after 2 throws from the Wayne Hills Patriots, they're already at the first down.
Looking to pass is Rena. Intended for Mackay Gray, but unfortunately is too long.
Yeah, just too strong there for Joey Rena. Mackay Gray was open. It seemed like he even slowed down towards the end of the route, but just couldn't get the ball to him.
2nd down and 10 with 8 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. The ball on the 26-yard line. Back to Rena, who handed it off to Ben Cantella.
Ben Cantella is a very physical runner, always has his head down, waiting for the contact. And it seems like Wayne Hills is going to play it very aggressive, trying to establish the run, and obviously it's working because the pass is also opening up.
3rd and about 2.
3rd and 2 with the ball on the 17-yard line. And Rena takes it for himself to the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Patriots. With 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Patriots are on the board, 6-0, as Rena took that one for himself.
Yeah, big guy like Joey Rena taking it in. He looked very fast coming around the edge, and nobody even touched him on the way to the end zone.
Amazing drive to the lane. I mean, really just saw the opening and he took it for himself. Amazing play by an amazing player.
Jeremy Coburn out for the extra point, and the holder is Ben Cantella, and the long snapper is Mike Fernicola. And faked it, and Cantella is brought down.
Not sure what happened there. Jeremy Coburn looked like the stop. Maybe it was a bad snap, and Ben Cantella is the holder there and could not get the ball down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was not intended to be a fake. It must have been a bad snap by Mike Fernicola, which caused Cantella to want to take it for himself, because he is the running back, but he was quickly brought down by Paterson.
Yeah, you always want to get that free point after you score a touchdown, which seemed very easy for them. It's only 6-0 here, but I'm sure they'll score more, as it seemed very easy for the offense.
Yeah, Rena was barely even touched on the way to the end zone there.
Not to mention that was their second time getting to the end zone, as Garrity did make it, but there was a penalty called. So it seems like that's not something new to them, and they're definitely going to do that again later in the game.
Kicking it again is Coburn. And that is ran to the 20. And the runner is quickly brought down. And that was Matt Quagliana bringing him down.
Patriots defense had a really good drive last time, holding them to 2 straight negative runs, and then obviously that incomplete pass. But let's see if they can keep it up. They got the pressure on that last play. They got a sack, so they've been playing great defense, and it showed, and now they scored.
And that is ran again for a loss, as he is brought down by number 3, Nick Hogan, for Wayne Hills.
Nick Hogan, the middle linebacker and the center and the leader of the defense, comes in easily, takes it right to the gap, and makes an easy play.
He had 5 tackles in the last game in Missouri. With 7 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the ball is on the 22-yard line, it is 2nd and 12. Looking to pass, almost intercepted by Matt Quagliana, but that pass is incomplete.
The strong save, Matt Quagliana, he was close to picking that ball off there, and he also made that play on special teams.
Broken up by number 7, Matt Garrity. Third and 12.
It is 3rd and 12 here with the ball on the 22. Looking to pass. Running with that quarterback, but he was brought down by Ben Cantella, the linebacker.
Ben Cantella chased him around the whole entire pocket. The QB just so elusive, but Ben Cantella eventually caught up, and they probably only gained about 1 yard in that play.
Yeah, Santisteban was doing a great job avoiding a few tackles, but eventually, they got to him and they took him down.
And he forced them to punt. They forced him to punt again. Barely, actually, didn't get any positive yards at all on that drive. It was -4 yards. And back again is Mackay Gray.
with 6:01 to go in the first quarter. And the flag is thrown on the field.
That's going to be called for interference on the punter. One of the players ran into Khoi Gray when he was trying to fair catch the ball, and that will be a flag and probably be about a 10-yard penalty.
A 15-yard penalty against Paterson. And now Hills has the ball on the 29-yard line.
That penalty is going to put Hills in a great spot as they're already on the other side of the field, as they would have been about 20 yards back if there was no flag there.
And that is passed. And that pass was intended for Khoi Gray, but it is broken up by the defense at Paterson. Almost picked off there, but luckily wasn't. It is now 2nd and 10.
The speedster running back John Sees was checked into the game. They did a little bit of motion in the backfield, but it turned out to be a play. Joey Rena thought he had to play to Khoi Gray, but it didn't work out. Incomplete pass.
Running is John Sees for Hill. So a gain of about 15, and the ball will now be at the 31-yard line.
The Patriots' offensive line looks great. They pushed the Paterson defensive line 5 yards downfield. For John Sees, that's like seeing everything. He saw the whole field there, and he just got an easy gain of 10 yards.
Handed it off to Sees again, and he is knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Great run there by Sees, as once again they're showing off to be the exact opposite of Paterson's defense. Paterson on the last drive had no positive yards, as this team seems to be just running down the field at full force without being stopped.
First and goal at the 3-yard line. And Rena takes it for himself and is brought down at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, he only gained about 3 yards on that play. They tried the read option again. Didn't really work because maybe they thought Benkentella checking into the game would make him more scared of the run. But they're definitely establishing the run, multiple runs in a row now in this drive.
Now 2nd down and goal on the 2-yard line. And that is ran in for a touchdown by Benkentella.
Just seems way too easy for the Patriots. As I said, the offensive line just getting such a good push off the ball. Benkentella could have walked in the end zone. Now Jerby Coburn out there to kick again, as the last one was fumbled by the long snapper Benkentella, who just scored the touchdown.
Benkentella will hold. Coburn will attempt the extra point.
Test.
The extra point attempt is blocked.
That kick was actually blocked, so that's another missed extra point there by the Patriots. It's now 12-0 Patriots. The special teams has been pretty good so far for the Patriots, as they've gotten really good field position on the punts because the defense has been basically unstoppable so far.
I mean, it seems like Hills is in a whole nother stratosphere compared to Paterson Kennedy, as they've just been seeming like it's way too easy out there, as it seems like Paterson Kennedy has just run into an unmovable force, and that is, of course, the Wayne Hills Patriots defense.
Now the special teams will come out on the field. And it will be Jeremy Coburn to kick it off, with the Patriots leading 12-0 here in the first quarter. The kick is off and is received. Nope, that would be a touchback. Very good kick by Jeremy Coburn. Patriots defense back out on the field, obviously having a really good start to this game. Paterson will start with the ball on the 20-yard line.
That was the third kick by Coburn within the 10-yard line. His last one was within 10, and that's 2 touchbacks, showing off that really strong leg, as he's one of the very impressive players on this Hills team.
Paterson breaks the huddle, and they'll begin their first play of their third drive of the game, trying to get a couple yards, even push the ball downfield. That's a snap to the right. That looks like that play was made by one of the safeties back there for the Patriots. Looked like Paterson really seems like they're struggling on offense. They only got 2 yards on that pass carry. They've been trying to stop this run game, but just not working on the Patriots' defensive line. As maybe you'll see they'll try and open up the playbook and maybe start passing the ball a little bit more. Paterson snaps the ball, throws to the right, and it is picked off! Running down the sideline, that is number 18, Matt Quadilla. He almost had the interception earlier in the game, and he finally gets one there. Seems like he read the play perfectly, as it was similar to the play that he deflected.
A beautiful catch there by Quagliana as he jumps up, reaches for it, showing off that vertical. Somehow, you know, he just flies up there, grabs the ball, and he'll put his team back in an amazing spot as they're already up by 2 touchdowns.
Now starting on the 11-yard line, Patriots in great position to score here once again, and still only in the first quarter. Jerry Rand takes a snap, throws to the right, and it is dropped by number 11, Jeremy Coburn. Patriots cannot get that passing game going so far in the game, as Joey Rena has 3 incomplete passes.
And now I am back. Unfortunately, my headset broke, so Jake took over me for a second. And now here is Cantella bringing the ball to the 1-yard line. I apologize for that. My headset wasn't working. I'm not sure for how long that was. But now we are all good.
Yeah, Ben Cantella having a rushing touchdown for their last touchdown when they were in the red zone. Now in that similar situation on the 2-yard line, let's see if they'll give it to him again.
With 2:53 to go in the first quarter, Hills up 12-0. They have the ball here at the 3-yard line. And gives that to Cantella for the touchdown.
That was a close play. He almost didn't seem to be in there, but Ben Cantella pushed forward with multiple defenders on him. His second touchdown of the game.
Another touchdown for Ben Cantella, second of the game. That makes the score 18-0.
He just barely got his foot in there. As you can see, he just really wanted it that bad, and he just forced his way into the end zone. Beautiful play by Cantella.
As it looks like a timeout was called there on the field because of an injured player.
Can't really tell who the player that's down is. And he easily gets back up. That was number 9, Jose Roman. And now out for the extra point is Coburn. And again, the holder, Cantella. The long snapper, Fernicola.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns, not 1 extra point made. Let's see if they can get one here.
And it is good. Now the score, 19-0. With 2 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hills is up.
3 touchdowns here in the first quarter, all rushing, 1 from Joey Rena and 2 from Ben Cantella. It seems like that's the only way that they can score so far in this game, but they've been dominating the run game. And even overall, both ways on their defensive and offensive line had just been dominating the game on both sides of the ball. And it just seems like they've been unstoppable, and the offensive line just gets that push right away, and the defensive line, they already have a sack this game and getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Now here is Coburn again to kick.
Coburn will now kick off again for the Patriots.
And now it's taken by Paterson. And there he goes, and now he is finally taken down. And there is a fumble.
I don't know if his knee was down before Patriots recovered that ball. Seems to be.
Fumble on the play.
That was recovered by number 8, AJ Anzaldi. And it looks like number 18 for the Patriots knocked the ball out.
No, it was recovered by Paterson. There's a little bit of confusion there on that play because the refs weren't too clear about whose that ball was. But it's Paterson's ball at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it definitely looked like his knee was down.
And now taken down at the 36-yard line is the running back.
Another amazing job by that defensive line stopping the running back from getting through them, as there hasn't been a single first down this entire game from Paterson Kennedy.
Yeah, that was another gain of about 1 yard on the running play.
2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line. Motion in the back. Handed off to number 1, Mozone, and he goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line, and he's taken down by number 7, Matthew Garahy.
Patriots almost seem like the run is coming as they crowded the box on that play. Joey Rena, the safety, looked like he was almost playing linebacker there. Patriots are also making really good tackles, wrapping up and getting low.
It's now 3rd and 8 at the 38-yard line. Looking to pass. He finds a wide open AC, who was still going and was finally, that play was finally called dead by contact. And that is good for a first down.
Yeah, when there's multiple defenders on a player and he's being wrapped up, they usually call the play dead even though he's still up.
Yeah, he had about 4 or 5 guys on him there.
Great catch by Micaiah Acey. That'll be the first play by Paterson Kennedy that'll be for over 5 yards this entire game so far. as there's just 20 seconds left in the first quarter.
And now that's taken by Mazzone. And that is good for a gain of 1. The ball now at the 49-yard line. The 44-yard line.
Looked like Nick Hogan and Ben Cantella were in on that play once again, the 2 linebackers.
And that will be the end of the quarter. Wayne Hills up 19-0. And now they're switching sides. Paterson still on offense. What are your guys' thoughts on how this game has gone so far for Hills?
So far, it's been a trenches game on the offensive and defensive side. Patriots have 3 rushing touchdowns and have held them to under 20 yards rushing so far in the game. They just seem to be dominating both sides of the ball.
And that Patriots defensive line and offensive line have both been amazing. That offensive line stopping any defensive lineman from getting through, getting those 2 Ben Cantella runs as easy as possible for him. And that defensive line for stopping all those runs by Adrian Mazzone have been absolutely incredible. And I can't wait to see what they do for the rest of this game.
Their only flaw so far has been the 2 failed extra points, 1 being blocked and 1 being a fumbled snap. As the Patriots back out on the field again to continue their defensive drive.
And I should note that the Wayne Hills student section keeps getting bigger and bigger on blackout night. People are still showing up here as we're ready into the second quarter. It's almost to the back of the bleachers, and they've been pretty loud throughout this game. The Hills usually has a pretty good student section that even travels with the teams, and they're definitely here tonight. And that's taken by Mazzone again. And he is tackled at the 39-yard line. The 40-yard line.
They cannot run on the Patriots whatsoever. That was about a 3-yard gain on the play. Now the Patriots on the close side of the field with the sun just shining right in the offensive eyes. I've heard from many players that does affect them because of how just bright the sun is coming right onto the field.
Yeah, but it looks like at the start of the game, pretty much the whole field was in the sun, but now it's kind of going behind the bleachers in the press box. But pretty much from the 40-yard line on to the right, still pretty sunny. And now that's taken by the quarterback, Santisteban, and that is for a loss of 1 yard, and the ball is at the 45-yard line.
Beautiful tackle there from Tay Shim as he just rips the quarterback apart. There was no chance of him getting past that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, if there wasn't such a thing as forward progress, and if they called it where he was brought down, that would have been about 15 yards back.
That was another sack there for the Patriots, second sack of the game, and the second one by number 15, Emmanuel Darkwa.
With 10 minutes and 26 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And now punting is Paterson Kennedy High School. And there's Gray. And Hills will get the ball at the 6-yard line.
That was a very good punt by Paterson. It looks to be down around the 7-yard line. Patriots would be back deep. This is going to be probably the worst field position they've gotten so far in the game.
Yeah, I mean, but this team really hasn't failed to get these first downs, especially when they're deep on their own end, trying just to avoid that safety, having any sort of defense coming at them that they don't want. As we said earlier, this offensive line has been strong with Angel Roman, Mike Fronicola, Matt Lean, and Emmanuel Danqua are really leading this in this game.
Yeah, being up by so much, usually teams play conservative, but they haven't completed many passes. I would like to see them complete more passes in this game, not just rely on the run.
And that's taken by Seas for the first down. Excuse me, that was Cantella.
Oh, excuse me, that was C's. I was listening to the public address announcer. That was C's on that carry there. With the ball now at the 22-yard line.
Another 15-yard carry for the Patriots. Both running backs, Ben Cantella and John C's. It seems too easy for them.
And the flag is down on the field with 9 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Illegal procedure against the Patriots. 5-yard penalty.
That was an offsides penalty on the Patriots. First one of the game.
15.
And that is passed to Gray, who is taken down at the 28-yard line by number 3, Ramil Fry.
Makai Gray, such a physical player, just loves the contact, runs right into multiple defenders there, and gets another 10-yard play.
Makai Easy on the tackle for the Knights. It will be second and about 3.
It always seems like the Patriots are in early downs, first or second, and it just seems like for Paterson, they're always in third or fourth down.
Second down and 3 on the 30-yard line. And Rena still with the ball, and he passes it deep to Gary, and he makes the catch at the 44-yard line, deep down the field. He bobbled it, and he made the catch. That was good.
That was beautiful by Matt Garrity.
Wow,
he
what
loses
a
it in
play.
the air, and he just barely gets it right before it hits the ground. Amazing speed of athleticism there as they are thrown all the way to the other end of the field.
As I said, being up by 19, take a risk. They have a nice play-action pass rolling out to his right. Joey Rena lays a pretty good ball there.
Ball spotted on the Knight 37-yard line.
And the whistle is blown, and the timeout is called by Paterson.
Continuing with our platinum sponsors, North Jersey Family.
I mean, like, what a play by the Patriots. It seemed like that ball was going to be dropped, and next thing you know, it just fell in his hands when he was on the ground.
Can't get over how great that was. I thought that was totally going to be an incomplete pass. The probability on that was probably not very high, but he really pulled that in with the defender on him.
You would have hoped Joey Rena would have laid that ball a little bit further. He has such good arm strength, but he just underthrew him a tad, but ended up working out. They still got the big play.
Driving school, driving instruction, WC Windows, Doors, and more, specializing in windows, doors, kitchens, and
With 7 minutes and 48 seconds to go, Hills has the ball on the 37-yard line, and it is first down and 10. Now the Hills offense back out on the field.
Patriots offense comes back after that big play. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
And Rena back to pass it. Deep down the field to Gray. And that is called for a touchdown for Wayne Hills.
Again with the deep ball, Joey Rena showing off the arm, and Makai Gray showing off the speed. There's nothing those two can't do on the field together. A beautiful touchdown for the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Perfect pass by Joey Rena. Gray was wide open with the defender about a foot away from him.
The most amazing part of that play is he was rolling to his left, throws it across body all the way to the middle of the field on a perfect ball.
Now out for the extra point is Coburn.
yet again.
That just shows the pure arm strength of Joey Rena, throwing it 40 yards downfield.
And that was blocked by Paterson.
That's another block kick. Makai Gray, as we talked about throughout this game, he's made a couple great plays. He had that one catch for about 10 yards, and then he just explodes on a nice catch for about 40 yards and a touchdown.
The score is now 25-0 Wayne Hills with 7:38 to go in the second quarter.
This game was just blown open wide, 25-0 in the second quarter. Maybe you can see some Patriots bringing in some backup players as being up by 25. I would definitely see that more in the second half. Joey Rena even made that play under pressure. He had a lot of pressure in his face, rolling out to his opposite side and just made a perfect throw. But you got to give credit to the offensive line, giving him enough time to make that play.
And back to receive was Fry, I believe. Excuse me, that was Adrian Mazzone, the junior, for the Knights. Ryan Song on the tackle.
It's amazing. Joey Rena been dominating this game. 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing and 1 throwing. But now he steps back out and just plays safety like he didn't even play offense this whole game.
And now I was ran for no gain. 2nd and 10.
That was a play by my number 50, Anthony Severino.
On the carry, stopped by A.J. Conley, number 60 of the Patriots. Correction, number 50, Anthony Severino on the tackle.
Yeah, Anthony Severino, not a big player. He is playing defensive tackle for the Patriots, and as it seems, he's just too strong for Paterson's offensive line.
And now that is passed over to Mazzone, and that is way over his head, and it is incomplete. 3rd down and 10.
Number 7, Matthew Garrett, was ready to blow up that play if it was completed, but unfortunately, it was incomplete there for Paterson. And now once again, another 3rd down. Let's see if they can get a first down after being backed up once again by the Patriots defense.
And looking to pass it deep, and that is way over the head of Tawny Moss, the sophomore for the Knights. And at 4th down and 10, they will have to punt it again. Makai Gray is back to receive that punt.
Makai Gray making a couple plays today, obviously that big one. But he's also been a factor when it comes to return games, specifically not in this game. But let's see if he can get a good punt and maybe receive it, as the last one he left, it backed him up all the way to the 7-yard line, but that did not matter.
And now that is punted, and Gray had to back up a little bit. And now he's running at the 50. And he was brought down by number 27, Amir Richardson.
Definitely seems like a little excessive there by Paterson. tackling Makai Gray after the play was definitely dead. But number 14 looked like Guy Giordano tripped him up there on the return.
And that punt makes it official. Now Paterson Kennedy has more punts than they do receptions in this entire game.
Look at you with that stat. I wouldn't have even known that.
I mean, I just assume they only have 2 receptions, and that's about their 4th punt already. Not their day.
And I believe they only have about 2 first downs, maybe.
Yeah, the Patriots have just been unstoppable both sides of the ball.
And that was Josh back there on the run.
Makai Gray having himself a game so far. Obviously,
5 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the second quarter. Hills up 25-0.
Patriots bring in another running back, Josh back, the 3rd of the game. Maybe he'll get another touchdown like the 2 other running backs.
And that goes to Beck again for the first down.
Still see the starting receivers in the game. About 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
Josh Beck on the carry for the Patriots.
Beck is the 3rd running back to appear in this game so far.
And that is back to Beck again, who runs it for a gain of about 7.
Looks like number 56, Edis Velu, somehow ended up about 10 yards down the field on the ground. Put his hands up after there might have been some excess contact.
It's now 3rd down. So you can expect that the Hills should be passing here on this play after Beck running it those first 2 times. Taking it himself is Rena, going to the 15, and he was brought down.
Joey Rena has the rushing touchdown on the read option earlier. Another read option goes right up the middle, gets about 20 yards on that play. He just runs so aggressively, it seems like nobody wants to tackle him.
And it's a first down, Patriots. Ball spotted on the 17-yard line.
At the 17, it's first down for Hills, looking to score at least one more time here in this first half. That's given them Beck again, who is brought down at what looks like the 13-yard line.
Yeah, the Patriots still attacking the run game as Ben Cantella comes back into the game after Josh Back had a couple runs.
Yeah, he had some successful carries there on this drive. That was his first time in this game so far.
They've had the 3 receivers set with the running back and a fullback for most of this game. And obviously it's worked with having 25 points in only a half.
And that is passed deep into the end zone, intended for Makai Gray, but that was too deep.
That looked like a fade route from Makai Gray. Joey Rena needs to put a little less power and a little more air underneath that so Makai Gray can have an attempt to make a play. Patriots still attacking though, passing multiple times this drive and passing to their best player, Makai Gray.
That one was a little risky though, as I was deep in the end zone while Gray was covered. But when you're up 25, about to go into the second half, I mean, why not take the risk?
And that's handed off to Cantella, brought down at the 8-yard line.
What a jump cut by Ben Cantella going right up the middle. Made the defender look silly as he slid across the field. Ben Cantella, just a great running back.
Fourth and about a yard.
They're going for it here on 4th and 1 with Cantella in the back and 3 receivers out there. And Cantella looking for the touchdown there, but he did get the first down, brought down at the 2-yard line with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second quarter.
He was brought down by his jersey there. It looked like he had the touchdown, but it was a good play by the Paterson defender.
Cantella showing off that elusiveness. It appears he can get past anybody on that Paterson Kennedy defense.
They have Ryan Song in at fullback.
And it's dropped by Rena, and he is brought down at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, fumbled snap by Joey Rena. Usually you don't see that happen, as it seemed like he tried to rush the play too much there. Just needs to take his time and hand the ball off.
Sean Sellers on the takedown.
Second down.
No receivers in the game for the Patriots.
And that's handed to Ben Cantella, who takes it in for a touchdown.
Amazing there from Ben Cantella. That's his 3rd of the game already. He's been doing amazing in the red zone, as that'll put them up 31-0. An absolute blowout so far in this first half.
What a great game for Cantella so far, with 3 touchdowns. Now out for the extra point is Coburn yet again, and holding is Cantella.
Yeah, it seems like they tried to trick him, pretend like they're running to the right with motioning tight end playing fullback Ryan Song, and then Ben Cantella just walks into the end zone. This is now the 5th extra point taken by the Patriots, and they've only gotten 1.
And that one is good to make the score 32-0 with 1:18 to go.
The kick is good.
Second kick made by Jeremy Corbin in the first half.
1 minute 18 seconds remain in the half. Patriots 32, Knights nothing.
Patriots kickoff team is back out. Only 1 minute and 18 seconds left to go in the first half. Just what a remarkable half for the Patriots.
And now that's kicked and picked up by the runner, and he is quickly brought down by number 18, Matt Quagliano.
Quagliana with another amazing tackle. Before he did have that sack that brought the quarterback back about 10 yards. So he's great on the defensive end as he stops him from getting any more yards from that kick return.
Yeah, his tackling for him is basically textbook, as he seems to make every tackle that he is put against. Let's see if Paterson's going to come out and be aggressive with only about 1 minute left. Try and maybe get in field goal range, or definitely they want to score a touchdown before half.
At the 27-yard line, they have the ball here. They got to make some quick passes here in order to get the ball down the field. And that is ran by Mazzone for a loss of 2 yards. Now 2nd down and 10.
Another loss of yards for Paterson. They can't get anything going on offense.
with 37 seconds to go in the second quarter. The clock is just ticking down. We'll see what they decide to do here. They might just want to take it to the half. We will see.
Yeah, they probably don't want to make any more mistakes going into the second half with the clock winding down now from 20 seconds.
Mazzone again on the run, and he's taken down for another loss.
It looked like Makai Gray coming around the edge and making a tackle.
As well as Emmanuel Dankwa on that play.
That's a great tag team combination.
And that is the end of the first half.
And that is the end of the first half with the score Patriots.
Well, that's the end of the first half here with the score 32-0 with Hills up. Stay tuned for a halftime performance by the marching band and the cheer team. We will be back to bring you second half action shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us now welcome the Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band. They are 64 musicians strong, along with a color guard of 10. Principal Mike Nguyen, Band Director Matt Paterno, Assistant Band Director Khoi Park, Band Officers, Drum Major Marina Yushenko, Drum Captain Tyler Weinman, Guard Captains Maya Lozea, Jessica Smith, President Sharon Hecht, Vice President Kalyani Carmaker, Secretary Bernadette Enriquez, Librarians Morgan Gaines, Amy Hecht, Samantha Huerta, Retham Kumar, Publicity Officer Deepak Satish, Recruiting Officer Isel Carlo, Equipment Manager Sam Dorfman, William Marizitz, John Cybersmith, Kevin Valencia, Uniform Manager Edith Malachi, Rookie Representative Aaron Kahn. Their field repertoire this evening: celebration, youth, life, tradition, and future. The Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band.
Download the app for you got the driver's license and the car. But I'm gonna take my back to this because first I'm not taking any risk. Yeah, I'm not taking any chance. He wants to go on speed. We were running here. You've been on the field. I remember when One guy found some 9mm. It was 65 cents, 75 cents. it's 22 was cheaper, but it's still hard to find. I think the internet has level set the playing field everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week in Wayne Hills football history, on this week in 2017, the Wayne Hills Patriots defeated Ramapo 29-24 after trailing 21-7 at halftime. Jaron Hack totaled 270 yards. Michael Joyce ran for 3 touchdowns. And Jason Modak and Mike Saccone teamed up for 23 tackles. That is this week in the annals of Wayne Hills football history, the year 2017.
Step aside, pictures on the right. Maroon and white, get ready for the fight. some more. Ladies, let's go to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, a standing round of applause is in order for the halftime show performed by the Wayne Hills cheerleaders as well as the Patriot Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing the 50-50 drawing in a matter of moments. There is $320 any winnings you may not give it back to the program here at Wayne Hills. $320 is in order for number 277-558. 277-558. We repeat again, number 277-558. Ladies and gentlemen, one last announcement. The First Responders Children's Foundation will be presented with a check for $2,500 this weekend from the Super Football Conference. Those monies were collected through apparel sales. Again, a check for $2,500 will be presented to the First Responders Children's Foundation. ladies and gentlemen, we'll also remind you that burgers are available over at the snack bar. Cass Johnson and his crew from the Outback will provide you with any burger needs that you may have.
And welcome back to Patriot Stadium with Noah Sandler, Jason Hook, and Jake Talerico here with you tonight. Now, guys, give us a recap of what you've seen in the first half.
So far in the first half, it's been a battle. Patriots are leading 32-0, but the run game has been so strong. Ben Cantella, 3 touchdowns. Joey Rena also has his own rushing touchdown with a passing touchdown. It's just been a trenches game with the run game for the Patriots, and their defensive line has been completely dominant all game.
A lot of great stuff I've seen so far was from that offensive and defensive line. Nothing gets past either one of them. That strong offensive line is not letting anybody get to the quarterback, Joe Rena. And that strong defensive line is just crushing that offensive line from Parker Kennedy. And they are destroying them.
Yeah, I mean, they've looked great. They're up 32-0 here at the start of the second half. You can expect they're just going to be kind of looking to end this game in a way, just kind of run the clock out. The starters probably aren't going to play for the full second half. Bring some sophomores in, some other juniors who haven't been playing, and any other guys who are looking to get an opportunity to play. This is going to be the perfect time. As long as the score stays like this and Paterson doesn't make some sort of crazy comeback or something.
Yeah, Joey Rena warming up on the sideline again as the Patriots get ready to start this second half. But what Noah said, I can definitely see some backups coming in probably towards the end of the third and early into the fourth quarter.
We're just waiting for Paterson to come back out onto the field. We're not too sure where they went. Hills is still just warming up, and they're waiting. Looks like Coach Demikoff is going out there, asking where Paterson is.
As Wayne Hills stretches, getting ready to start the second half here. But there's a couple good performances between their running back, Ben Cantella, as I said, 3 touchdowns in the first half. That's completely amazing. Even with other running backs like John Sees and Josh Back coming in the game, he still scored 3 touchdowns. Makai Gray, obviously we've talked about him a bunch, but he's been good on the kickoff return, and he's also been good. Obviously had that big 40-yard catch for a touchdown in the second quarter. Joey Rena rolling out to his left, hit him on a perfect throw. And then we also saw the juggle catch by Matt Garrity, which was we didn't even think he'd catch it, but he caught it. He caught it off the bounce off the defender.
Yeah, it's a little bit of confusion here. Like, where did Paterson go? We don't see them ourselves from either side of the field. I'm not sure if they go to a locker room or something.
I'm expecting one of two things. Either they packed up their bags and they left, or that coach is giving a heartfelt speech movie style.
Yeah, but I think we're hearing something that they might have left.
We're not too sure. That's just a rumor that we're hearing from a few people up here by the press box.
Patriots do seem to be celebrating a little bit on their sideline. Obviously, there's still fans, and it looks like a couple representatives of Paterson on their sideline, but they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah, and I believe I see their coach over there, head coach Ron Jackson. I believe that's him on the other sideline, but I do not see the team. The coaching staff for this Paterson team, Ron Jackson, head coach, along with Muhammad Deeb, Dave Dupici, Duriki Mims, and Randy Walker as the assistant coach, all behind Ron Jackson for the Paterson Kennedy Knights.
I don't think anybody knows what's going on, especially on the field there.
I don't even think Paterson's coach knows what's going on.
Not sure. I mean, it's not like they're down by that much. 32, it seems like a lot, but at least it's not 60-something or something in that area. We just don't know where this team is.
We see a couple Hills players. Now we see Tyler Demikoff throwing the ball, receiving a couple snaps.
Yeah, the backup quarterback to junior. Maybe going to come in this game. And now we're just hearing that Paterson is on their way back over to the field, so we should see them momentarily and get this game started up again. This whole crowd seems to be a little bit uneasy, and so do the players, kind of not knowing what's going on, like where is this team? But it looks like some guys are getting out onto the field, and we should see Paterson soon.
Yeah, we still see Joey Rena warming up with a couple of his teammates staying loose, waiting for JFK to come out of their locker room.
Yeah, warming up. We see Rena along with Coburn, a few other guys just passing, trying to stay warm as we're still waiting here. See Makai Gray out there.
Yeah, they're just trying to stay loose. Last thing you want to do is the football players get cold. It's starting to get colder here as the night goes on, getting later. To talk about the first half again, we can talk about one of their stud defensive ends, Emmanuel excuse me.
I believe you speak of Emmanuel Dankwa, number 15, the defensive end, who's had an amazing game. I believe he's got 2 sacks already. And he's gotten a ton of very strong tackles, really showing off that athleticism. Nothing he can't do out there on the field.
Yeah, and the linebacking group of Tay Shim, Nick Hogan, and Ben Cantella have all been flying across the field, making many tackles throughout the first half also.
We heard they were on their way, but I don't see them yet. Might still be a few more minutes here.
The amount of time they're taking, I can only imagine the coach is giving them quite the pep talk. I mean, I wonder what he's saying to them after they're down 32 at the half.
And here they come out onto the field, running out, ready to get this game going again to start off in the second half.
Let's see if this second half will get under the way shortly, as there is a clock winding down from 3 minutes.
Again, Noah Sandler, Jason Hook, and Jake Talerico here with you tonight for this game. And there's 2.5 minutes on the clock until the teams are going to take the field and get this game going again.
Yeah, the Patriots discussing out there with their special teams coach. Also the referees in the middle of the field as JFK looks to be getting ready to come back out and start the second half. JFK warming up, similar to what Wayne Hills did, stretching out, getting warm. About a minute and 30 seconds left to go until the second half starts. Not sure who receives the ball here.
It should be Hills because they deferred to start off the game in the first half. So we should be seeing Makai Gray back to return.
Yeah, their special teams unit is talking, planning.
With under a minute to go until the game gets started back up again.
Even here in the third quarter, the Wayne Hills student section is somehow still growing with people.
The student section is pretty strong tonight. I know all week they've been trying to get all the freshmen and all the new students here at Hills excited and ready to come support the Patriots.
A little under 30 seconds here till the second half gets underway as the referees are discussing in the middle of the field and the Patriots are running out.
And there goes the buzzer as we're ready to get started again. All the way in the back we see Makai Gray and John Sees to return.
JFK's kickoff unit is now getting onto the field. And it looks like the second half will start very short.
And we're getting ready to kick. And the second half is off. And now here, running with the ball is Sees. And he is taken down at the 47-yard line.
That was a solid return by John Sees of about 25 yards. Received it with a running start and just kept going, made a couple cuts.
Sees made his first appearance of the game early on in the second quarter. He's a fast runner. That seems to be his main statistic that he's just great at. That's something we've been seeing all game, as that was a beautiful kick return.
And now in at quarterback for Wayne Hills is Tyler Demikoff, the junior.
And we also see a couple of the backup players coming in. Tyler Demikoff, as you just said. Josh Back. I see Guy Giordano, number 14.
And there was Beck with the carry for no gain. And they're saying there's a fumble.
Josh Beck on the carry. Fumble on
And
the play.
yes, there was a fumble on the play, and that is Paterson ball.
That is so unfortunate. Coming out of the half, first play of the game, and you get to come in and you just make a mistake. They'll be back out there, I'm sure. But we also see some new faces on the defense.
Including Nicholas Turbovich. We see Christopher Balduzzi. We see Lorenzo Capello, as well as many others. And now, here's Mazzone on the run. That's good for about 6 yards.
Fourth down by number
Ryan Song on the tackle there.
Yeah, a couple new faces. Ryan Song, the linebacker, as he just made that play. I can see the two safeties, number 11, Jeremy Corbin, and number 14, Guy Giordano.
And second down. Let's hand it off to Thomas, who makes it to the 30-yard line.
Seems to be a flag on the play.
Easy, number 6 on the carry. Going down by
It looks like to be a holding call on JFK that will basically erase the run they just had, their biggest run of the night for about 12 yards.
the penalty marker is
But you can see the difference between the starting defense and the second string defense in right now. Just a big hole right there that the running back can go right through. The 12-yard play will only turn into a 2-yard gain due to the penalty.
Now they have the ball at exactly the 50-yard line, right in the middle of the W. And that's handed off to Moss, who gets quickly tackled by the defense.
Moss on the carry, stopped by Jeremy Coburn.
That was Jeremy Coburn on that tackle there on Moss, with 7 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the third quarter.
What a play by Jeremy Coburn, coming in hot from the safety position. Makes a beautiful tackle and allows a gain of only 1.
This Paterson Kennedy team has been loving those touch passes to the wide receivers. It's getting a little bit predictable as Wayne Hill stops them before they can get any yards.
And now back to throw. And he took it himself and ran. And that was on third down.
AJ Anzaldi made the play there, chasing him down. He seemed to have a little burst of speed towards the end and made a beautiful tackle. That doesn't go as a sack there on paper, but to me that is making a good play on the quarterback.
And now they will be punting, and Makai Gray is back to receive that punt.
JFK still can't get anything going on offense. They had a couple big runs on the drive, but they got taken back because of a penalty.
Oh, and he fakes it. And he's taking it for the run. Makai AC. And then he is taken down by the Hills defense. And Hills will be getting the ball at the 52-yard line.
Multiple Patriots in there. About 4 of them ended up taking them down. They tried a little trickery. I mean, you're down 32. You really don't have much to lose with about 6 minutes left to go in this third quarter. But that did not for the Patriots at all. As Tyler Demikoff comes out here, as they only had one play until a fumble on their last drive.
Demikoff in again. And here is Beck again, who goes out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Good block by number 19, Adam Helwani, on the outside as a receiver.
About 7, 2nd and 3.
With 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the third quarter here, Hill still up 32-0.
Adam Helwani all the way up and Guy Giordano in the slot. Let's see if the Patriots will still be aggressive and start passing the ball more.
Back to Demikoff and Beck, who takes it in for the first down to the 39-yard line.
Good run by Back. Pushes forward and just gets the first down.
Now coming out of the game is Beck. And in is John Donato. And Demikoff gives it to Donato, who takes it in for a gain of 4.
John Donato, not the biggest player, but he can sure run. He's fast and he's also very aggressive. That seems to be a theme with the Patriots running backs, as they just put their head down and keep running.
Yeah, Donato only standing at 5'4" and about 125 pounds.
Donato's the 4th running back to come into this game for the Patriots team, showing off that depth, showing that all these players on this team, even on the bench, are all extremely talented, as he's able to get some yardage.
And a flag is down on the field.
Flag prior to the snap.
I believe it was because number 72, Wilfredo Pena, was not set up.
There's another flag out on the field.
Timeout Kennedy.
Oh, and it seems as if they called the timeout ahead of that flag being thrown.
Seems like Kennedy is using a lot of their timeouts so far. I'm not sure if the Patriots have even used one.
Platinum sponsors Fiesta Nightclub and Restaurant, Quickness Gourmet Deli, Liddy's Pizza, Pizza One.
It also seems like the Patriots just want to run out the clock, being up by 32.
Yeah, with 3:15 to go in this third quarter, it feels like this it feels like this quarter's gone pretty fast so far, because they're just kind of chewing up the clock here and running the plays as they basically need to, as the play clock kind of winds down. And both teams are in a timeout right now.
Lead contractors, Integrous Financial, and All County Apparel. Our platinum sponsors for 2021.
Now it seems like JFK will come back on the field with their defense, and the Patriots' second string offenses seem to be driving down the field, just trying to waste some clock. And also running back Josh Back is in the game for running back John Donato.
Now 2nd down and 6 at the 36-yard line. And that's handed off to Beck, who gets quickly taken down by number 9, Jose Roman, for no gain. Actually, for a loss. And now it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Seemed like they tried to do a little motion with number 14. Obviously, it didn't work. JFK was not fooled.
Loss of yardage on the play will be now 3rd.
They're just taking their time to kind of call the play here with 2:38 to go in the third.
The Patriots' approach this game has been just run the ball, run the ball.
And there's Beck driving forward, but that is going to be short of the first down at the 34-yard line.
Josh Beck, number 26 on the carry.
It's now going to be 4th and 4. I believe this might be their first 4th down of the game. Is that possible?
I mean, it's definitely possible. They've been.
No, I think it may be the second, but there haven't been many of these, and it seems like they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to go for it. It's only about 4th and 4. I think they can get it. Seems like they're coming out with the same exact look as last time. Maybe they'll pass, or they might just try and pound the ball again.
And that's handed off to Beck again, and that is no good. That run was for no gain, and now it's Paterson's ball with a first down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that did not work. They had no push on the offensive line, and JFK just came right through. Josh Back he had nowhere to go. Only about a minute left here in the third quarter, as the Patriots have been slowly winding down the clock as they had the ball for basically all of the third quarter.
Just waiting for Paterson to get back out on the field for their first down with about 50 seconds to go.
Definitely seems like the game's getting a little more chippy. Paterson getting a little more frustrated being down by this much, and it almost seems like they're playing the game slow and they're not trying to win. So I see the players getting a little more frustrated.
And now here's number 5, Thomas, for the run, and he's taken down at the 39-yard line.
Number 19 on the carry. Correction, number 5, Anthony Thomas on the carry.
And that should do it for the half, unless they try to run one more play with 9 seconds. But it seems like that's going to do it, as they're already going to the other side of the field to start off the fourth quarter.
What a quarter for the Patriots. They had the ball for basically all 12 minutes of it, as they run over to the left side of the field now, and they will continue on defense.
Yeah, they had it for about 10 and a half of those minutes, and they chose to not do anything when they... Actually, they chose to only run one play when they got that first down. And now here come the final 12 minutes of the game here, with Hills up 32-0 as we start off the fourth quarter.
I definitely feel a lot more energy here with the student section going on and the incredible amount of fans that we have here.
Very different from last year, because last year had the 500 capacity, and it was pretty much just parents and a very small student section of about 20 kids. But this year is way different. There's a couple hundred kids here in the student section, many parents. This definitely feels more like a Hills football game.
It definitely does.
And now the whistle blown with Hills on defense. And it's a 2nd and 6.
I'm sure if you're JFK, you just at least want to have some pride and try and score on this drive, as the snap is fumbled.
And he's quickly taken down by number 76, Ryan Lee.
Seems like even players now on the second team, they just seem to be everywhere. Patriots just seemed faster tonight than JFK.
I mean, going into this game, we knew they were definitely going to be the better team. I spoke with a couple of the Hills players this week, and they had a feeling it was going to be an easy game. They weren't too sure, but it's obviously looked like it was an easy game. It's not over yet, but they're up 32-0 with 11 to go in the fourth quarter. And that is passed and dropped to number 2, Ladorian Ladson.
Like you said,
unfortunately, another drop pass.
Like you said, going into this game, we definitely knew that Hills would be the favorites. I'm not sure if we were expecting this, though. I mean, they have been dominating on offense, and they have not let anything up on defense either.
I mean, I was expecting Paterson to score here. So let's see what happens with these last 10 minutes of the game. With a 4th down, they're looking to punt here with Mackay Gray back to return.
I would definitely see a fair catch here from Mackay Gray. Play it conservative, run out the last 10 minutes or so of the clock, and just come home with the victory.
Low snap there, and it's taken for the run.
Good effort there.
And it seems like the refs aren't even too sure. That was Maurice Luna.
Definitely a close call there.
First down, Knights.
Wow,
And
they gave him the first down.
he did look like he came out a little bit short. Obviously, we're not down on the field. We can't say as well as the refs can, but it did look like he was a little bit short. And now with 9:26 to go in the fourth quarter, the Knights have another first down.
Yeah, the play was definitely close. Seemed like he just went out of bounds where the marker was, but usually that's a questionable call, but hey, the risk pays off. Just about 9 minutes left to go. We were just talking about how the Patriots can get the ball back and run down the clock, but maybe JFK is trying to score.
And that was a pass into nothing. It looked like it may have been intended for Luna, but that was right in the middle of the field, and it was incomplete. Now it's second down and 10 with 8:49 to go, and they're at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, JFK just have the problem of not being able to complete any passes. Even on what led to the fourth down was another drop pass, and just a really not a good pass there by their quarterback on the slant route.
And that is taken up by Anthony Thomas for 3 yards of gain, and now it's third down and 7.
What the Patriots did when they were up by 20 points, they aired the ball out, and that's what gave them now their servable lead of 32 points. And you just wish like JFK did that. Maybe they could have got points on the board, pushed the ball down the field, and just kept the ball away from the Patriots.
Now that's passed over to Moss, who's taken down at the 50-yard line, and it will be another fourth down.
Seems like almost every drive, JFK is just getting into fourth down situations. About 7 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here, as JFK is definitely going to go for it.
And now coming in on fourth down here for the defense of the Patriots, Ondamu coming in, and Capello coming out of the game with 7 to go here. Big fourth down here for Kennedy. 4th and 5.
A lot of sophomores here on the Patriots defense for this fourth down.
Now dropping back, looking to pass. And he finds a receiver, number 4, Luna. And that is good for the first down at the 37-yard line.
That was a good play by Luna. Had the step back juke, and he still got about 20 yards. That was their biggest completion of the game so far, which definitely gave them a little bit of life after you even see the sideline get excited. Seems like they haven't done that all game.
Yeah, this is definitely a different Paterson Kennedy than we saw in the first half. Maybe that insanely long halftime may have brought the juices flowing within them.
Looking to score at least once here in this game. That's taken by Thomas for the first down, and he is finally taken down at the 25-yard line by the Hills defense.
It was a good tackle by number 14, Guy Giordano.
And that was Ryan Lee on the tackle there. Now, first down on the 25-yard line for Paterson. And there was the runner who was taken down just short.
Seems like almost every run now for the Knights it's a lot different. They're getting 5 to 6 yards per carry, and it's always getting to the Patriots linebackers or safeties. Minutes and winding down. JFK is still with the ball, looking to score for a little redemption here.
And that is passed to Mazzone, who gets taken down at the 3-yard line.
Mazzone has made a couple plays as he was the punter on that 4th down and got the 1st down, and he had a nice spin move in the open field.
That is a first and goal for the Knights.
They're running a little bit of hurry up here. About 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go.
Taken by Thomas. And he is just short of the touchdown. He was pushed away just before he was able to enter into the end zone.
Anthony Thomas on the carry.
Now it's 2nd down.
Looks like JFK is making up for their shortcomings in that first half.
Special thank you to the Outback for running the snack bar this evening. And of course, the Patriot parents for remaining nice.
At the 2-yard line, 2nd down here. Down by 32. Paterson's looking to score at least once with 3:32 to go here. And they score a touchdown.
Yeah, they finally get in the end zone after 4 quarters, and there's about only 3 minutes left to go in the game.
And that was Santisteban taking it right in to make the score 32-6 with Hills up. That's their first time scoring of the game.
Definitely a redemption score. Even if they get this extra point, the loss won't look as bad for them. Usually they stop the clock here in the 4th quarter, but I guess with a certain amount of points with the lead, they don't.
And that kick is good.
The kick is good.
From here, it did not seem like he made it, but he definitely made it, as the Patriots missed 3 of their own.
With 2:20 to go here in the 4th quarter. Hills will get the balls back. Hills will get the ball back, and we'll just be looking to run out the clock here and take this win from Paterson.
Yeah, really, overall, just a great win for the Patriots. Both sides of the ball played together and complete. Even with the second team coming in, you can just tell they had confidence from the moment they stepped on the field.
Student section getting excited here. As Hills is about to get their first win of the season with 1.5 minutes to go. Paterson kicking it off again.
How could you not be excited? First game back, first home game back, and it's an absolute blowout.
Yeah, I mean, after that tough loss out of state of Missouri, it's definitely going to feel good for this Hills team. Looking for that onside kick there, unsuccessful, and that is picked up by Coburn.
Yeah, they just have to run about 1 more play, and this game will be theirs.
The onside kick recovered by number 11.
Most likely you'll see a kneel here, or just a running play to finish off the game, as we see even more players that we haven't seen so far. And looks like number 10, Jared Santa's coming out on the field.
Jared Santa, the sophomore, is going to be the quarterback for these last 42 seconds here. Looking just to end this game. Going to take a knee. Likely going to take a knee here with 34 to go.
Yep, this will be the last play of the game.
Looks like they kind of tried, passed it off to Donato for a loss of 1 yard. That won't do anything with 7 seconds to go. And that will do it here at Patriot Stadium, with Wayne Hills winning 32-7 in their first home game of the season.
Yeah, that just finishes off the great first victory at home to start the season. I mean, it couldn't get any better, and I'm sure the score would even be more if they still kept Joey Rena in that starting offense in the game.
Great way to start off their season here with their first win. And they'll be looking on to next week's game against Passaic for senior night. Well, that about wraps things up here at Wayne Hills High School. Once again, the final score 32-7. For Jason Hook and Jake Talerico, I am Noah Sandler, and we will see you next Friday for another home matchup for senior night against Passaic.